everybody. Welcome to Mother Phoenix Rising. I'm Deidre.
And I'm Sharon.
And today we're going to be talking about doom and gloom.
Ooh, doom and gloom.
Oh my gosh.
Ever feel like that?
Oh my gosh. Lately I think everybody is feeling that way. A little bit, even if it's just a little bit. I'm not feeling too much like that because I try really hard to look at all the positive things out there. And there's so many. But because when you have so many things happening out there, it's really difficult to stay on that positive side or look at the good things that are in life, you know, Sharon. So,
and you know what, I know there's doom and gloom out there right now, but yet I feel so at peace in my own heart. And I think that's the key. If you can keep peaceful on the inside because you know what is going on, then, or you just feel like, I know things will be better. You have the faith, you have the spirit, just hang with that and know that it's going to be all okay.
Well, you know, doom and gloom has everything to do with attitude, has everything to do with what you let come into your soul. And I think even when we're grown up, do you remember, you know, the smallest little things could make you fall apart, especially in junior high and high school. Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh, it's like the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Chicken Little, remember Chicken Little?
Or a boyfriend didn't look at you right and you cried for a week.
Yes.
And, you know, I think what we're doing is being brought back to some of our old stuff and looking at it and thinking and it proving to us that that's not healthy. It's not good because we've been so programmed to think that everything in life it matters so much. And an hour later or 2 hours later, there's nothing wrong. There really isn't. And
doom or gloom. And you got to be careful who you listen to talk to.
Do you have some friends that are really?
I was going to say you listen to some friends who are like, oh my gosh. But mainly, I try to obviously keep more friends that are like, yeah, this is happening and it's doom and gloom, but this is going to be the outcome, which is beautiful white light. Beautiful, you know, the flip side.
But what do you do when you get caught in doom and gloom? I mean, I think that's what, more than anything, we want to help those outside of us. How do you get out of it?
I call a friend. I call you. And or just think of someone who you know is going to pick you up and be positive. Don't call the friend that's going to take you further down that, oh my God, this is horrible, you know, because everybody can sit and get on the same ship of talking bad about something.
Oh, you get on one of those tangents, and all of a sudden everybody's like, oh my God, this
is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong, and how could they do this? And you know, it happens.
Well, you know, Sharon, I remember, and it's really interesting, like 7 years ago, or maybe even 6 years ago. It's not that long ago, but it seems like yesterday. We had a place up in Flagstaff, and of course, like I say, I'm in Arizona, so it's really beautiful up there. And
I love it.
We had, you know, a rainfall that first we had a huge fire, and it almost got to our home. I mean, there were so many houses that thank God the firefighters saved all the homes, but it got so close.
Right.
And it ruined so many acres. Well, it took all the trees down.
Right. And then come the
floods, and then come the
mudslides.
The cloudburst that brought the mud and the slide and everything else. And it truly was absolutely crazy. So prior to that, we were putting our house up for sale because we thought it was hard to maintain, and we realized, you know what, this has been beautiful for the 8-10 years that we had it, but it's time to let go. And so we brought in a realtor, and the realtor, it says, oh my God, with this fire, you know, there is no way you're going to be able to sell this home. It's just all these problems. I said, there's nothing wrong with our home.
Right.
But the neighbors, they got flooded out. I mean, you know, because of the flood, and that other neighbor, you know, the road got, you know, he came up with all this stuff, and he was totally chicken little. And I was just kind of looking at him thinking, that's not how I feel.
Yeah.
I can feel, this is a beautiful place. It was 6 acres, a beautiful home. And I'm thinking, and it was kind of in a, you know, little special path where you can get there, and you were alone and it was perfect. And this guy came up with everything negative about the space. And I told my husband, I'm sorry, that's not okay.
Yeah.
We're not going to go with somebody like that. That truly is a Chicken Little. Don't be a Chicken Little.
And don't follow
be a
Chicken Littles.
Yeah. Pull into yourself. Look at it from a perspective and go do your research on what you just heard.
Oh my gosh, research. You're so right. When people say something, I'm thinking, what do they mean by that? And why are they on this tangent? I go home and I just start looking up.
Well, I love that you're sending me information when you're looking it up, and when I'm looking it up, we're sharing.
Absolutely, it's great to share and then discuss it and say, well, where did you find that? And and you might even learn how to look more things up. And
but you get the truth, and you can. But don't look at one thing. Look at like 5 things, and then take it and look at it, and you're gonna know the truth. Women over 50 have an intuition that's unbelievable. It's priceless.
Totally agree.
It's priceless.
I totally
agree. But you don't use it. You're not using it to your advantage. And
I think we get swayed too easily. I know somebody will be talking and I'll listen to this conversation and I'll think, my gut already knows the answer.
Right.
But who do I believe? And a lot of people just go, well, everybody's saying it, or
So
all the
must be
doctors are
okay,
saying it, or then I believe them. And you go look it up, and so I go home and look it up, and I'm like, whoa, and you can find good and bad answers to everything. But I just keep going. It's like I keep going till I see which way they're all going, which way all the answers are. Yeah, there's going to be some over here and some over here, but where's the majority go? And who's saying it? And who are they connected with saying it?
And then you also got to feel your intuition will tell you the truth.
Oh, in the very beginning.
Will. You're always going to feel that. And you're going to think, well, maybe I'm wrong. Don't question yourself.
That's right.
Don't question yourself. But look for more information. It's going to clarify what you're looking for. And you're going to feel better about it. But it's a time right now, instead of doom and gloom, you're going to look at it and say, you know what? This is the most amazing time in our lives, and we don't realize it. And don't miss it. Don't sit there and look at it and say, I'm just going to ride it. Look at it and think, you know what?
Dive in and do your homework, because there's a lot of good going on right now, and it's not being told. And
you've got to find it yourself. But I think in reality, Sharon, God wanted us to go find it. Go bring it back to yourself. Do what you think is right, because we all have that talent. We all have the ability. We all have the power to actually, make something of who we are. And every one of you are extremely important in this, that you are able to go out and find no more doom and gloom. It's just about absolutely the best thing. And, have you ever looked at, what is it, the calm before the storm, and then the storm? After the storm, what happens?
Oh, it's beautiful. Everything's clean.
That's
and
right.
It smells so good, and it feels so good. And you just walk out after, and you're like, thanks for cleaning my patios and all my everything, and it grows. Everything gets greener.
I am so happy that we are always helping each other.
No doom and gloom here.
There's no doom and gloom, because, and then you know what? Every so often, it's not perfect. No. Every so often, we do get a little bit in that, but we depend on each other or somebody else to look at it and say, okay, let me go look at it. But we don't shut the door. And that's what's happening with a lot of people. Yeah. They're shutting the door. They're listening to one person or one radio station, one TV station, and they're not going any further. Yeah. And don't do that for yourself. Open the door. Yeah. Use your intuition. Add that happiness, because we are in the best time in our lives, and you're going to know that soon enough.
Yeah. It's time. It's going to rain down and clean everything up. So
yes, it is.
You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.